Behind every face and every action, there's a name. And the search for those names, well, that's where these stories begin. I'm Fox 4 senior reporter Caitlin Knapp, and I'm on a mission to get to know the names we know and perhaps find the ones we don't. Along with detectives working in the same communities you call home, we're all working to find answers and closure in these sunshine crimes. When detectives try to piece together a cold case murder, they rarely start at the beginning.
You're putting the puzzle together backwards, basically, starting from now and trying to go back 20 years.
And even going back that far, sometimes they start a case not knowing who the victim is. So when Charlotte County cold case detectives Kurt Mell and Mike Vogel start a case like that, they focus on what they have. In this case, they have a date, January 6, 2002, the day two people left a shooting range.
As they were driving by down Zemel Road, they saw an animal come across the road, kind of piqued their curiosity to see what was going on.
But instead of an animal, they found bones.
Been there long enough that a good percentage of the body mass were gone.
There was one clue, though.
The body had a gold watch on the wrist.
But the detectives found out at least 30,000 of those watches were sold in Southwest Florida, so that didn't turn up any leads.
Obviously, an autopsy took place, and that's kind of where it stayed for a long time.
They knew the victim was a man, he was murdered, and that's about it.
You have bones, you don't know who it is.
As the years went by, they tried to put an actual face to the skull. Vogel says they got the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office involved.
They'll take a skull and develop it into a 3D model.
And they came up with this, a picture of what the unknown man could have looked like. But still no leads. As technology advanced, the detectives got an idea.
We submitted his remains, or part of the bones, through NamUs, who submitted the information or the bones to Bodie Labs.
A private DNA lab that helps law enforcement identify people. And that's exactly what happened.
They extracted DNA, submitted it to the database, came up with a match for a missing person that had been reported out of Miami.
His name, Alejandro Narciso Lago.
And your feeling as an investigator at that point is, hey, now we have something to go on.
Detectives say Lago's mother reported him missing in Miami on November 27, 2001. She hadn't seen Lago for about a week. No one had. Not until that January day off of Zemel Road.
Just like trash thrown off some kind of vehicle, we're assuming, into the woods as like a piece of trash.
But the question remains.
What was he doing on our side? We have nothing that ties him to our local community.
He did have a criminal past in Miami.
His prior behavior was involved in some criminal activity involving drugs, distribution, perhaps smuggling.
So why dump his body here? What's so significant about this place? Well, detectives believe the killer probably knew the area, because back then, people wouldn't just normally come down this road.
They're probably from our area. It's probably someone local.
And detectives believe Lago was probably killed here in Charlotte County.
There would be no reason that we could think of that would make any sense at all of him being killed on the East Coast where he was from and being driven all the way over here to the West Coast of Florida to be dumped.
Detectives Mell and Vogel say they are working on some leads and will continue to push forward until a killer or killers are caught.
You know, we're hoping that somebody who was here back then who may have run across him or may have had contact with any individuals that may have bragged about, being involved in his homicide.
If we find the evidence, we are going to find you, and we will arrest you, and we will incarcerate you for this crime.
If you have any information, call the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-780-TIPS. In Charlotte County, Caitlin Knapp, Fox 4.